He's trying to dilute his brain into believing things that are basically not going to happen. I just don't understand how he can dilute his brain.
Like 100%, but I see him stronger. I see him mentally more focused. With the 140 weight division, he's gonna.
While he's giving you angles he can match Shakur's speed. Speed, yes. Maybe not technique, but speed, yes. He has better power, and his feet are really good. So when he's on the side and creating angles, yes, I like Shakur on points. I would not be surprised if Teo won.
Shakur Stevenson detonates a sudden bombshell on top of Lopez Jr., igniting chaos after the pull-out rumors swirl. Shakur doesn't flinch, coldly suggesting Lopez might quit before the bell even rings. He unloads every detail, ripping open cracks in Teofimo's mindset, sketching fear and doubt, while Stevenson frames himself as the calm, ruthless constant, locked in, unbreakable, and poised to seize the moment.
Cool, I can't tell you.
Shakur Stevenson breaks down exactly why Teofimo Lopez could quit the fight, and he doesn't soften a single blow. Shakur pulls no punches, slicing through Teofimo's hesitation with the precision of a master strategist. He compares battles, reminding everyone how he fought through pain while Lopez drifted into long stretches of silence, hinting at hidden cracks in his game. Stevenson's razor-sharp analysis paints a tense portrait of a fighter who could unravel, fold, and disappear when the pressure finally closes in.
The only reason why I don't think it was that big of a factor, because if you watch my fight with De Los Santos, if you pay attention when I was hurt, I wasn't throwing my hand at all.
Right.
I was only throwing one hand.
Mm-hmm.
When you watch his fight, it's like he didn't throw for 6 rounds, but then he started to throw 6 rounds later.
Teofimo Lopez Sr. stuns everyone by admitting his own son might not be ready for Shakur Stevenson, a rare crack in the armor that sends shockwaves through the buildup. In a moment of blunt honesty, Lopez Sr. concedes the challenge is real, confessing his son isn't fully prepared and that Shakur's power operates on a different level entirely. Even with Teofimo's undeniable potential at 140 pounds, his father sounds the alarm, stressing the dangerous gap in readiness and the suffocating pressure Shakur drags into the ring. He recalls the instant it hit him, thinking to himself that now they were in serious trouble, knowing exactly what that realization meant. The wider concept reveals something deeper. Both Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez carry a fierce, almost delusional belief that they are the best fighters alive. That unshakable confidence fuels the collision ahead, setting the stage for a volatile clash of titans. Shakur understands Teofimo's self-belief is absolute, but when elite skill collides with cold strategy, only the fighter who can survive, control, and weaponize pressure will rule the ring, and that truth looms heavier with every second.
Myself, okay, now we're in trouble, you know what I'm saying?
Frank Warren fires a sharp warning shot at Teofimo Lopez, accusing him of dragging his feet and stalling the moment. He tears into the delays, calling them unfair to fighters who grind for their shot, saying Lopez shows zero urgency while wasting precious time as Shakur quietly sharpens his edge. The veteran promoter sounds the alarm, insisting boxing needs a radical overhaul, and that Lopez's hesitation only exposes a deeper truth, he's not ready to face a locked-in, dominant Stevenson closing in.
Illusion that allows them to believe they're the best at what they do on the planet, and there is no reservations about that. Like, I agree with Shakur that Teo legitimately thinks he's the best boxer in the world and has no reservations about it. Like,
Eddie Hearn drops a stunning revelation that rips the curtain back on Teofimo Lopez, instantly shifting the narrative. With 2 substances allegedly detected just days before their fight, Hearn points to a chaotic situation that threatens Lopez's credibility, focus, and composure. As the controversy tightens its grip, Shakur remains disciplined and locked in, fully prepared. Hearn's insider insight frames Lopez as a fighter scrambling under rising pressure, making Stevenson's looming path to dominance look colder, clearer, and dangerously inevitable.
You should bloody get on with it and do it. It's just piss around, and it's not fair on the fighters. It's not fair on boxing and what goes out there. And it seems these guys, there's no urgency about it, and there shouldn't be like this. It needs to be radically overhauled and dealt with.
Devin Haney fires a chilling warning that Teofimo Lopez is gambling with everything by flirting with PEDs, and the stakes couldn't be darker. Using performance-enhancing drugs isn't just about cheating the system, it's dangerous, even life-threatening, a risk that can spiral out of control when the lights are brightest. Haney exposes how reckless Lopez's decisions have become, while Shakur stays clean, disciplined, and razor-ready. That contrast sharpens the tension, turning the looming fight into less of a gamble and more of a setup, where Stevenson patiently waits to exploit a rival whose own choices could violently backfire inside the ring.
Tested positive for two substances, right?
Yeah, I believe that.
Did the second one get confirmed?
I don't think it did. No, I think it was just Osterine in terms of what come back. And one of the horrible things is
Jeff Mayweather unloads on Teofimo Lopez, accusing him of dragging boxing through the mud when the spotlight should be shining brightest. A fight of this magnitude, he argues, is now stained by controversy and reckless decisions, and what once looked like bravado or bluffing suddenly reveals deeper cracks in Lopez's foundation. Jeff stresses that moments like these expose habits, mindset, and discipline, and that weakness doesn't stay hidden for long at the elite level. While the noise grows louder around Lopez, Shakur remains calm, disciplined, and sharply focused, watching every misstep with surgical patience. Mayweather makes it clear that Shakur is the kind of fighter who capitalizes on hesitation, who feeds off disorder, and who punishes even the smallest lapse. To the fans, he frames it as a warning: Lopez's mistakes aren't harmless distractions, they are openings. And in a fight this tense, those openings could cost him everything before the first bell even rings.
When a guy is taking in performance enhancement drugs, it's just it's dangerous. It's dangerous for.
But Tim Bradley Jr. declares, "We're about to witness the best Shakur Stevenson yet," and his words hit with the weight of inevitability. He lauds Shakur's last performance, yet points out the subtle edges still to sharpen, especially inside the pocket where fights are won and lost in split seconds. While Lopez carries hype, bravado, and raw power, Shakur's relentless discipline, precise skill, and tactical mind turn him into a nightmare opponent. He stands firm under fire, reads the rhythm of battle, and adapts with ruthless efficiency, proving he can dominate any style thrown his way. Lopez, despite all the noise, the talk, and the swagger, risks being outclassed once more, confronting a fighter who doesn't just fight but predicts, punishes, and capitalizes on every misstep. Before a single glove touches flesh, Stevenson emerges not just as the favorite but as the inevitable force, a calculated storm Lopez may never weather in the ring.
I just think it's a bad look for boxing. I mean, no matter who did it, but to be in a fight of this magnitude, and first, I thought he fooled everyone by just playing crazy. But
George Kambosos doesn't mince words, blasting Teofimo Lopez for cheating if the reports hold true. Reacting to Lopez's failed test, he brands any wrongdoing a complete disgrace, stripping away pretense and exposing cracks in Lopez's credibility that threatened to shadow his entire career. Kambosos' unflinching stance highlights the danger of questionable choices, while Shakur quietly prepares with unwavering focus and integrity, transforming Lopez's controversy into a sharp psychological edge. The warning is unmistakable: every misstep, every lapse in judgment, feeds Stevenson's advantage. Whether inside the ropes or out, Teofimo's decisions are eroding his own position, and Stevenson waits like a predator, ready to exploit every opening, turning hesitation into opportunity and controversy into dominance.
The best Shakur they've ever seen. I thought his last fight was phenomenal to a degree. I felt like he can do a little bit better as well in some areas. Even inside the pocket, I thought he can do a little bit better. But I just thought his performance overall, everybody was saying he was going to run. He didn't run. He stood right there in the pocket and he fought the man in his own game and beat him.
Jim Lampley makes it clear: Vader doesn't lie, and Teofimo Lopez's hot tests demand immediate scrutiny. As a trusted scientific authority, Vader's findings confirm both A and B samples came back positive, leaving no room for doubt. Lampley stresses accountability, signaling that excuses, bluster, or distractions cannot erase the cold, hard evidence. For Shakur Stevenson, this isn't just controversy, it's a flashing warning sign. Lopez steps into the ring under intense scrutiny, the pressure building with every passing moment, while Stevenson's disciplined, clean, and calculated approach gives him the tools to exploit every flaw. Both physical and mental cracks in Lopez's game become opportunities, turning a fight that could have been about skill into a chess match where Stevenson's precision and patience could dominate before the first punch even lands.
This goes through and it goes to VADA. It's going to VADA. It ain't going to get mixed up. So he's done this, and if he has cheated, He's a piece of shit.
Steven Espinosa issues a stark warning that Teofimo Lopez is slipping from control of the narrative online, losing grip as the social media storm intensifies. The frenzy isn't just noise, it amplifies controversy surrounding Lopez's behavior and a string of questionable choices, shining a harsh light on his missteps. Espinosa points out that the chaos plays directly into Stevenson's hands, allowing Shakur to stay focused while Lopez's reputation and distraction spiral against him. As fans argue, debate, and dissect every move, Shakur remains razor-sharp, mentally anchored and physically primed, ready to exploit every crack. Meanwhile, Lopez scrambles, weighed down by mounting pressure, as the fight becomes not just a test of skill, but a battle of composure where Stevenson's patience and precision threaten to dominate before the first bell even sounds.
Response is, VADA doesn't lie. VADA's for real. VADA's a legitimate scientific research organization. They have done a great job of helping boxing to clean up performance-enhancing drug policy.
Oladipo claims the substances might have entered Teofimo Lopez's system by other means, yet even he concedes the situation is utterly chaotic, almost surreal. Despite efforts to give Lopez the benefit of the doubt, the storm surrounding the positive test rattles confidence and credibility, leaving fans and analysts questioning his integrity at every turn. Meanwhile, Shakur Stevenson's camp watches with clinical focus, fully aware that Lopez's turmoil is a gift disguised as controversy. Stevenson remains disciplined, mentally sharp, and strategically poised, knowing the chaos outside the ring feeds opportunities inside it. Every hesitation, every distraction, every second of public scrutiny becomes a weapon in Stevenson's hands, turning the fight into a psychological battlefield as much as a physical one. Lopez, caught in the whirl of uncertainty and media frenzy, steps closer to the ring already on the back foot, while Stevenson's professionalism and preparedness shine in stark contrast. Each slip, each wavering moment, magnifies Stevenson's advantage, framing the bout as a slow, inevitable unraveling for Lopez, where mental fragility could prove as decisive as any punch thrown.
He is going, absolutely crazy. And usually that does correlate to big pay-per-view, but not always, because there are a lot of times where people are just talking about craziness around a fight.
Gareth A. Davies doesn't hold back, calling out Teofimo Lopez for having ostrin in his system, a banned substance since 2008, notorious for boosting lean muscle mass, and its presence now casts a long shadow over Lopez's integrity and readiness. While some might scramble to justify it, the rules are unmistakable, leaving little room for debate. For Shakur Stevenson, this is a prime opportunity. Lopez enters the fight not just under scrutiny, but under suspicion, with every analyst, fan, and insider questioning his legitimacy. Stevenson, in contrast, trains with laser focus, free from controversy, mentally and physically primed, every session sharpening the edge that Lopez's misstep has handed him. The contrast between the two fighters couldn't be starker. Lopez's credibility and discipline falter under the relentless spotlight, while Stevenson's reputation, preparation, and composure continue to soar. The stage is now set for a high-stakes showdown where Lopez is forced to answer not only to the fight itself but to the unforgiving court of public opinion, each misstep magnified, each hesitation a potential opening Stevenson is ready to exploit.
How in his system from other means, I know that might sound crazy, but I guess we have to give him the benefit of the doubt, do we? I'd like to think we do. But yeah, this is wild. Honestly, this is wild.
Shakur Stevenson responds to Lopez's threats with icy, unshakable confidence, turning intimidation attempts into fuel for his own momentum. He dismisses the menace without hesitation, flipping the script and boldly declaring he will make Lopez quit, not the other way around. This reveals Stevenson's mental steel, his ability to remain calm under immense pressure, and his unwavering faith in his preparation. While Lopez projects aggression and posturing, Shakur operates with precision, focus, and calculated strategy, refusing to be baited into theatrics. His composure reflects a disciplined camp and extensive experience in high-stakes bouts, giving him a psychological edge before a single punch is thrown. In this pre-fight mental war, Stevenson is already asserting dominance, controlling the narrative, the hype, and the expectations, forcing Lopez to confront a fighter who thrives on pressure, exploits hesitation, and turns every misstep into opportunity, making the upcoming clash as much a battle of minds as of fists.
System, it's in there. Ostrin has been banned on the World Anti-Doping Agency list, Andy, since 2008. It's a very serious drug. It creates lean muscle mass.
Derek Chisora dissects one of Teofimo Lopez's deadliest tools, his relentless fitness and unyielding endurance. Lopez doesn't rely solely on raw power, he methodically grinds through every round, starting measured and ramping intensity as the fight unfolds. By mid-fight, opponents often feel stretched beyond the official rounds, pushed to the edge physically and mentally. This kind of conditioning lets him maintain relentless pressure, unleash steady combinations, and exploit fatigue when others falter. For Shakur, the challenge is precise and unforgiving: stay composed, execute the game plan flawlessly, and resist being swallowed by Lopez's punishing pace. Chisora emphasizes that Lopez's ability to sustain output is a decisive factor, transforming fitness into a weapon as sharp and dangerous as his fists, a relentless engine designed to test limits and exploit any lapse in focus.
Enhancing drugs in his system. Whether I believe everybody should have the right to protest their innocence. Unfortunately, in this situation, it's guilty until proven innocent. I've been there, right? But one thing we 100% know in this.
Ben Whittaker offers a sharp, nuanced take, spotlighting the stylistic clash at the core of this matchup. Lopez is athletic, unpredictable, and fights from awkward angles, making him both dangerous and electrifying in the ring. In contrast, Shakur Stevenson embodies discipline, technical mastery, and the ability to control distance, dictating tempo and slowing the fight to his preferred rhythm. Whittaker digs into the subtleties. This isn't just a contest of power, it's a battle of strategy, perception, and execution under pressure. If Stevenson remains composed, manages range, and capitalizes on Lopez's aggression, his path to victory is clear. Yet the unpredictability of Lopez cannot be dismissed. His athleticism and creative instincts promise that every round will demand focus, adaptation, and intelligence. This fight becomes a high-stakes chess match, where preparation, timing, and in-ring IQ will ultimately determine which fighter seizes control and claims dominance.